The Korat Plateau, also Khorat Plateau, is a plateau in the northeastern Isan region of Thailand. The plateau forms a natural region, named after the short form of Nakhon Ratchasima, a historical barrier controlling access to and from the area. Geography. The average elevation is 200 meters and it covers an area of about 155,000 square kilometers. The saucer-shaped plateau is divided by a range of hills called the Phu Phan Mountains into two basins: the northern Nakhon Basin and the southern Korat Basin. The plateau is tilted towards the southeast and drained by the Mun and Kai rivers, tributaries to the Mekong that forms the northeastern boundary of the area. It is separated from central Thailand by the Phetchabun Mountains and the Dong Phaya Yen Mountains in the west, the Sangkam Phaeng Range in the southwest, and by the Dandgrek Mountains in the south, all of which historically made access to the plateau difficult. These mountains, together with the Trong Son Range in the northeast, catch a lot of the rainfall, so the southwest monsoon has much lower intensity than in other regions. The mean annual rainfall in Nakhon Ratchasima is about 1,150 millimeters, compared with 1,500 millimeters in central Thailand. The difference between the dry and wet seasons is much greater, which makes the area less optimal for rice. The portion known as Tung Kula Ronghai was once exceptionally arid. Geology. The plateau uplifted from an extensive plain composed of remnants of the Sumerian microcontinent, and terrains such as the Shantai terrain, either late in the Pleistocene or early in the Holocene epoch, approximately year 1 of the Holocene calendar. Much of the surface of the plateau was once classified as laterite, and layers that can easily be cut into brick-shaped blocks are still sical. But the classification of soils as various types of oxysoils is more useful for agriculture. Oxysoils of the type called rhodic ferrosols, or yazothan soils, formed under humid tropical conditions in the early tertiary, when portions of the plain uplifted as a plateau. These relict soils, characterized by a bright red color, wound up on uplands in a great semicircle around the southern rim. These soils overly associated gravel horizons cleared of sand by field termites, in a prolonged and still ongoing process of bioturbation. Xanthic ferrosols of the Khorat and Ubon series, characterized by pale yellow to brown color, developed in Midlands in process still under investigation, as are those forming lowland soils resembling European brown soils. Archaeology. Many prehistoric Thailand sites are located on the plateau, with some bronze relics of the Dong Sun culture or having been found. The World Heritage Ban Chiang archaeological site, discovered in 1966, yielded evidence of bronze making beginning c. 2000 BCE, but lacking evidence of weaponry so often associated with the Bronze Age in Europe and the rest of the world. The site appears to have once been part of a broader culture until abandoned c. 200 CE, not to be resettled until the early 19th century. Nun Nok Ta in the Phu Wang district of Kon Kaen yielded evidence of an Iron Age settlement, dating from about 1420 to 50 BCE. The region was once under the suzerainty of the Varavati Kingdom, and later under the Khmer Empire. It is dotted with the ruins of Khmer rest houses located about 25 kilometers apart, a comfortable day's walk, along the Khmer highways. The chapels were not just places of rest, but also were hospices and libraries, and typically included a barai. Though Higham states, "We remain largely unaware of the relationships between sites and the presence or otherwise of states on the Khorat Plateau during the 7th to 11th centuries." Muyang Sema and Muyang Fadat, notable though for the religious structures, including Sema stones at Muyang Fadat. History. There is a paucity of information from the centuries known as the Dark Ages of Cambodia, but the plateau seems to have been largely depopulated. In 1718, the first Lao Muyang in the Kai Valley, and in fact anywhere in the interior of the Khorat Plateau, was founded at Suvarnabhumi district, in present-day Waray province, by an official in the service of King Nokasad of the Kingdom of Champazak.